but he's very engaged and adds a lot of value to the committee. So I recommend.
And Billy May Donahue and Ellen McGee
Yep.
are new.
They're new.
They're new.
And we need new members too, so if anyone's interested in joining the commission, they're looking for new folks to join on.
In addition to these three?
Yep.
Mr. Yule.
How many members are there to the disabilities?
They had 7, I believe the last meeting, we just found out at our last meeting, last week, down to 6.
But is 7 the limit?
No, there's no limit.
No limit, okay.
They would like to get, I believe, around 9.
Well, looks like, well, this one will give you one shot then. Right. Further discussion. I'll waive the roll call vote on this. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Forest Committee.
Nice. Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for reappointment and appointment as members of the Forest Committee for the terms expiring December 31st, 2013. 2 openings. Dana A. Rowe, 61 Adams Street. Scott Stimpson, 251 Swan Pond Road. Do I have to read the others?
Yeah.
Okay. Billy May Donahue, 12 Green Street. Ronald Lewis, 15 Flint Street.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Discussion.
Now, I have not, the first Forest Committee meeting scheduled since I've been a selectman is actually going to be tomorrow night, so I haven't had the pleasure of meeting everybody here, but, I did read through the citizen activity records, and obviously a lot of members have been on this board for a long time, so I don't have any issue with it.
Seems to me that the committee was resurrected about a year and a half ago. Mr. Rowe came in and urged us to get the committee reactivated to deal with, clearing some of the town-owned forest. And I think he's taken the leadership role on that issue, as far as I know.
It's actually been more active than it's been in a number of
Yeah,
years
yeah.
as far as, what they should do and what they shouldn't be doing, and it's good to have some discussion about it. So I think the 2 incumbents have done a very good job, and been there served for a number of years. And both of them were active members over the last couple of years here in getting this thing resurrected. So I'm in favor of the 2 incumbents at this point.
I will call for a roll call vote. Mr. O'Leary.
Mr. Rowe and Mr. Stimpson.
Mr. Prisco.
Mr. Rowe, Mr. Stimpson.
Mr. Delaney.
Mr. Rowe and Mr. Stimpson.
Mr. Yule.
Mr. Rowe and Mr. Stimpson.
And the chair votes Mr. Rowe and Mr. Stimpson. Next, Mobile Home Rent Control Board.
Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following name for reappointment as member of the Mobile Home Rent Control Board for a term to expire on December 31st, 2013. 1 opening. Robin D. A. Pilato? A. Pilato?
Polito.
Yeah,
Polito.
Polito.
193 Elm Street.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Further discussion, Mr. Prisco?
I haven't attended, we haven't had a meeting, we had to meet in, but my understanding is Robin has done a very good job in the past and continues to do a great job. We have recently had an incident that we had to communicate through phone calls and emails, and the incident was taken care of. She managed it, no problem. So she does a very good job.
Okay, I will waive recall,
Roll call.
roll call vote. Don't mind me, I have
Yeah, I
a
was
bit of a
gonna-
cold in my chest.
That's reserved
okay.
for us.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Next is Youth Services.
Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for reappointment as members on the Youth Services Committee for the terms to expire on December 31st, 2013. 3 openings. There's only 2 names. Frank Ferraro, 15 Avon Road, and Terry Blade, 4 Lisa Mary Drive.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Any discussion? Mr. Yule?
Quick question. The size of the committee, is it 11? Is that what I remember?
I believe it is 11.
Right.
I want to say it was 10, but
I think it's 11.
At 11 now.
I thought it was an odd number. The,
Yeah. No, I think they just had an opening, I thought, a while ago, but I believe it is 11, yes.
right. So they must have 10 now? Is that because you only had 3 openings? Oh, no, that doesn't make sense.
No, it's 11.
It's still,
Yeah, so there's 10 members, right?
Yeah.
it's 10 members. That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Yep.
Mr. Prisco, comments?
Nope.
I'll waive the roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Process serving constables.
That would be me.
Was that you or was it?
I don't know.
That was
No,
you.
that's me.
You, right.
Yeah, and I'm learning about these constables, so don't ask me
Yeah,
any
be
questions.
careful,
Yeah, you don't want them knocking on your door, though.
yeah.
No. They did bring up, never mind. Mr. Chairman, I move to
Again?
place in nomination the following names for reappointment as process server constables for terms to expire on December 31st, 2011. 5 openings. Paul Dorsey, 18 Magnolia Road. John, oh boy, I'm really gonna screw this one up.
Ferriello.
Ferriello,
Yep.
1 Sullivan Road.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. A question, are we down to just 2?
Yes,
Because this is an annual appointment, right?
that's right. There's different types of constable positions. This is strictly the process serving.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally, we had Mr. Lamont, Mr. Frew, who else is another one? Usually all 5 are filled regularly,
Yeah,
so
that-
it's
Yeah. We've actually had a citizen activity record for one individual who's been wanting to get in, but all the current serving people have continued to show an interest and done a good job, so.
Well, but if you have 5 openings and you only have 2 reappointments, it looks like there's room for.
Mr.
Possible the forms will be submitted for the next meeting. It's
Oh, okay.
routine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're in the, as I call them, they're in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And many times, there may be some resident of this town who is working for an outside agency, but needs appointment from a local board in order to have the authority to do it. So,
I didn't know that. Good enough.
Bounty Hunters.
Could you explain that? I'm sorry if I didn't understand that.
We're the
Please.
appointing authority for process-serving constables, and you have to, generally, you have to be appointed from the community in which you live in order to get the appointment. So, we have had in the past, people come seeking this appointment, but they work for an outside agency who does the process serving.
But they still live in.
But they live here, so they need the appointment from us. So at times, we don't have an opening for those people who are actually gainfully employed and making a living at this. Some of these people that we appoint just do this as sort of a little side job. And
Right.
side, you like to have the ability to go out once in a while, make $25.
Like the badge,
What's that?
like having the badge.
They like having the badge, too. So I'm somewhat curious as to why we don't have 5 in front of us if there are 5 openings.
Yeah, no, the paperwork's being, they didn't get all the citizen activity records in on time.
Okay.
So it's just more of a paperwork. But there has been contact. Karen has contacted every one of them, had some kind of an exchange, and everyone has shown an interest in coming back. We just didn't have everything ready for tonight.
Okay, I will waive the roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Next is the representative of the Reading Light Municipal Light Department.
Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following name for reappointment as the Reading Municipal Light Department Representative for North Reading for term to expire on December 31st, 2013. 1 opening. John Norton, 279 Main Street.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Comments?
Nope.
Well, John has been a member for as long as I've been on the board, and he has come back and reported to us. He seems to
John's
be
an
on.
active participant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll waive roll call. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Veterans Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for appointment as members of the Veterans Committee for the following terms. Three-year term expires 12/31/2013, Joseph Vino, 11 Rock Street. Two-year term expires 12/31/2012, Albert DeSilvo, 13 Sullivan Road. One-year term expires 12/31/2011, Jack Swansburg, 13 Old Coach Road.
Second.
Is this the
Motion.
new,
Motion by Mr. Prisco, seconded by Mr. O'Leary.
I'm sorry,
We've expanded, right?
is
Yes.
this the new committee?
Yes,
It is.
it is.
And this is just to get the, everybody on a rotation.
This is just gonna be a three-person board, apparently.
It doesn't say how many openings.
I don't think that there was a number that was set.
It wasn't. It's,
Wasn't.
right now, these are the three that have
Shown
shown
interest.
shown interest. There are some interested people, potentially associate members, because some of them are working on the Memorial Committee as well. So these are the three active members.
Further discussion, Mr. Yule.
Yeah, regardless of the committee, can a member, if a member is somebody's a member of a committee and they run for selectman and they become selectman, do they have to
Yes,
dissolve?
yes, you can't be on a committee.
Nope, I'm getting a yes and a no.
I think that's accurate.
Oh, no?
Mr. O'Leary's experienced with that.
Right.
Right, you can't be on both.
Yes, you
No.
can.
You can be as a liaison as a,
No.
no.
If you're on the appointed committee prior to election, you can continue to serve and be reappointed. As a matter of policy, the board's policy says that it's the preference that they don't continue to
Okay.
serve. But if the majority of the board wishes to continue people's service on a committee, the board can do it.
So legally you can, it
Legally,
is
you
preferred
can,
that
as a
you
matter of policy.
I was told I couldn't.
As a result of my serving both on the Health Commission and the Board of Selectmen, occasionally that came up once in a while. When a policy was adopted to frown on that, but from a legal standpoint, they can.
Yes, no, because this was my issue with being on the Parks and Recs. When I became a selectman, I had to resign my position. That's what I was directed to do.
That you were appointed by him. That's because you then became his boss.
Okay, on the motion, I'll waive the roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? Water Commission. There are two openings, so we'll have a roll call vote. Who's doing this?
I'll
Jeff?
do this, yes. Mr. Chairman, I move to place in nomination the following names for appointment and reappointment as members of the Water Commission for the term to expire on December 31, 2013. There are two openings, three volunteers. Carol Bork, 7 Eames Street, incumbent. Billy Mae Donahue, 12 Green Street. And James Perkins, 22 Mount Vernon Street. Let me first say about Carol Bork, she's been doing this way before I even came to town. So she's been very involved and does a good job and gives good input. The other two, I want to hold off on those two recommendations at this time. I thought I had submitted some information, not to, first of all, I haven't spoken to Billy May at all right? Because I just saw that information just the other day, the application by her. As far as the other person is concerned, we need some more experienced people for the Water Commission at this time. And so I just want to hold off. I do need to speak to Billy May, because I read her CA record, and I need to discuss it with her further. So I just, I'm only recommending Carol Bork at this time.
Well, first, can we get a second on the motion?
Second.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Motion by Mr. Yule, second by